Hey there, nerds. Jim here with a little Lord of the Rings talk. In an interesting interview, Viggo Mortensen came out and basically he didn't throw Peter Jackson under the bus, but he commented on how Peter Jackson slowly evolved into a CG whore, I guess, or George Lucas, for lack of a better description. And he talks about how in the first Lord of the Rings movie, there was obviously CGI, but there was also a lot of puppetry and real special effects that were not computer based. And as the franchise moved along, they relied more and more heavily on the CG. And Viggo Mortensen, in his opinion, just the franchise sort of deteriorated the more Peter Jackson relied on special effects. Now, this kind of makes sense because obviously Peter Jackson created Works, which is his own company that did the special effects. And you obviously want to support your own company. I mean, if you look at the model that George Lucas did, it worked pretty well with Star Wars and Industrial Light and Magic and creating special effects and such like that. And Works, you could argue, is probably the leader in the industry right now, right there with ILM. But it is interesting because it's something I never thought of. I really enjoyed Fellowship of the Ring. Um, the Two Towers was pretty good, but I absolutely hated Return of the King. To me, the story wasn't what it should have been. I've never read the books, so let me put that out there. But it was not the story of Return of the King. I was really frustrated that, yeah, he returned, but he was helped by just about everybody. So it was almost like it wasn't his action that won the war. It was the ghosts. It was not even Frodo, Samwise. So it was really, I don't know. I just really didn't like that movie. And now, retrospectively, looking back, was it because of all the special effects? No, I don't think the writing was as tight as it was in the previous movies. But it is interesting to see that one of the stars of the film comes out and says this. Now, again, it's not really bad mouthing Peter Jackson. It's more of a commentary on his favor of using CG and how it affected the movie. And probably from an actor standpoint, I would imagine that's not his favorite thing in the world because you're now interacting with things that don't exist. You can clearly see this. My hero, George Lucas, you can clearly see this in the prequels with the actors. You have fantastic actors, specifically Ewan McGregor and Natalie Portman. And sometimes you're just like, wow, your acting is terrible. And I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that they're acting against nothing green screen, blue screen, imaginary characters. It's just not that easy. So I'm very curious to hear what you guys have to say. Viggo Mortensen in his comments on the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Now, I haven't even seen the new Hobbit movies, mainly because I was so disappointed in Return of the King, but include those two if you would like. Let us know what you guys think on the relying on CG in these movies.